How do you cut the bonds of someone so close? They are rooted in the way that you think, feel, act. How do you rewire these emotions? So you recognize that a person within your inner circle is toxic. A family member, a bestie, maybe even your current partner with narcissistic traits. For I've done my part, and I have been released from those who wish me harm, manipulate me, and try to bind me with their words and actions. Hello friend, and welcome back to today's most important lesson, learning how to cut the bonds of toxic relationships. Learning how to rewire your thinking and speaking patterns to take control of your own life once more. All to match your true feelings versus the programming that you received from others. Today we learn how to battle your eternal emotional world, what you should allow yourself to feel versus what you should avoid. Because everybody, a toxic relationship manipulates, it harms, it binds, and possesses. For the Stockholm syndrome in this area is quite real, so please pay attention. And if somebody happened to send you this video, it's because they want you to become your greatest self yet. And they love you, and so do I. So welcome my friend, I am Toby, this is Authentic We. And today, we are going to learn how to use your rock bottoms as jumping points in your life for success and confidence. And in step one, let's learn how to recognize how you're thinking. Are the thoughts yours? Are you backing out of situations because of how other people talked you out of them in the past? So I offer this question to you. How often do you talk yourself out of things? And why? Are those your words, feelings, and opinions? Or were they the opinions of others? And when did this start? And this is how you're going to be able to narrow it down and focus on if it's you or somebody else. Because my friend, let's face it, in the beginning, we are all fearless. But the very words that you speak today is what's holding you back from your greatness. The very words that you are speaking is holding you back from your healing, from your growth, from your success. And worst of all, the words that you're speaking and thinking to yourself are halting your goals and gaslighting your dreams, casting shadows on your personality. You are not shy, scared, nor weak. These words that you're speaking and thinking to yourself hold you back from healing, from your growth, from your success, and halting all of your personal goals. Worst of all, gaslighting your dreams, my friend. A constant void and shadow on your true personality. You are not shy, scared, nor weak. You were just taught a formula in life that binds, manipulates, and harms yourself and those around you. And we are here to break this right now, today. For this programmed trait must cease to exist for you and your inner circle. Now it is time to set center stage within your emotional torture. Confront it. Acknowledge that it's there. Acknowledge it's good, it's bad, it's ugly. Acknowledge all parts of you. Because to be able to confront it is going to be able to accept that it happened to you in order to be able to heal. Accepting that something happened to you does not mean that it was good or bad. It just means that, hey, you can no longer change this. What's in the past is in the past. So you must confront your inner self for when that time has happened and hug yourself. Allow yourself to feel everything that happened. Gain its wisdom and apply it right now. Applying the wisdoms of all of your pain and its tortures is cutting through all the noise of your depressions. This is waking your inner voice back up. Hugging your inner child that was forced to be left behind because it didn't fit in. This is accepting all of the parts of you that those around you have suppressed. And this is going to be something very difficult right now, because to be able to cut the bonds of those who are holding you back in life, of those who are causing you harm, this first means that you have to accept the truth that the person's presence in your life is making you feel worth less. That they are never there for you, that you are just there for them. And it's a one-way street, always you for them and them never for you. Resulting in your happiness being hijacked. So do they mock and ridicule you, forcing you to sit within yourself and to slither deep down inside within your own silence? withdrawing so deep into yourself that your own thoughts sound like roaring echoes. And as you can tell, my friend, these are not just words for me. For today, I can only share the steps on how I broke the bonds with all of my toxic relationships throughout my life. And I can offer some good sound solutions and alternative advices. If you happen to have any other questions, leave a comment down below and I will personally answer them for you. Because it just breaks my heart and saddens me every day to wonder how many people were laid to rest with all of their dreams, with all of their goals, never achieved and never realized, suppressed so deep just because they had help everybody else around them. At some point, you need to understand that you need to caretake for yourself. You need to caretake yourself for yourself. Don't become one of them billions of souls laying around in a cemetery who've never reached for greatness in their life. So think about how many people got stuck with what happened to them in the first half of their lives that they completely forget to live the second part. So stuck in the past that they can no longer live in the present, not realizing that 30, 40, 50 years have gone by and they're still thinking about what happened in their teens and early 20s. Don't be this, because I would tell you what, who you are in your 50s and 60s is not who you were in your 20s. Just think about these qualities and traits in you and those around you. Do they take away from your happiness? Do they cause you harm? Do they neglect you? Do they ask you to be there for them but never show up for you? You need to cut the bonds of these people because your happiness shall never be compromised. Put yourself in the #1 spot on the list of needing to be taken care of. This allows you to be able to show up for those in your inner circle in the future 100%, instead of just 10% like you are right now because you're so divided between everything else and the drag and pull of everybody around you in society that you lost focus on you. But Toby, all the people in my life genuinely love me. Well, I want to put this to the test. I can almost guarantee you that at least 90% of the people around you want you to fail in one way, shape, or form. I can prove this. When you have a brilliant goal, a plan, an idea, and you say it out loud, how do those around you respond? What are their reactions? Go on, I'm waiting. What are their reactions, my friend? Were they excited? Did they show up for you? Or did they provide support by biting their tongue? By causing doubt through their silence? Or were your friends and close ones, oh, here's another one of your shenanigans. We'll see how far you take this one before you give up. So do the people around you just unleash clouds of doubt? Or do they give you encouragement? Say, hey, you're going to fail to greatness. Keep on trying. So I need you to think about the responses of your friends, your family, your romantic partners, even yourself. Because we are also talking about needing to cut the ties with your past self. In the last 12 years, I've left behind 90% of me. How much are you going to leave behind in order to grow into your greater self in the future? Because a healthy response from all of those around you should be encouraging. They should encourage you to fail to greatness. And it looks something like this, people. If you happen to be a parent, you need to look at your child or spouse and say, that's okay. You're going to fail to greatness. For failure is just success and drag. And if you are a friend, you need to look at your other friend and say, I love that. Is there anything that I can do to help you with within my skill set? Or do you just need encouragement? And this also happens to be, if you're a romantic partner, that's a great response. Because this is always allowing both parties to know that you see them and that you're there for them, and to offer support if needed. Sometimes they just need encouragement. They don't need the help. They just need you in the room or to say, hey, keep going, keep going. So notice that there was no mocking, no doubting, no words of harm, no words of neglect, no binding, no laughter, nothing. You don't even want to hear an eye roll with inside that response. Because everyone that is using that type of language is the language of a narcissist. It's the language of the scapegoat. They're using sentence structures that hold you and them back, and they're doing it on purpose. Yet some of these type of people claim to love you. They only want to see you do your greatest, but hold you back. Because they want to say, this, that, and the third is going to happen though. So they're going to scare you into submission. Don't let that happen. Just because they don't want to jump into life and become the protagonist and hero of their own story doesn't mean that you get to hold yourself back. No. Jump on in, my friend. So anybody who doesn't see your value must leave from your inner circle. Friends, family, romantic partners. And yes, I know how hard this is, because we are talking about cutting the ties and the bonds of those who are close. They're just here to steal your time and your energy in order to see if you can work on their stuff in life instead of your own. They want to see if they can use you in any way, shape, or form. Don't do that. Don't allow that to happen for you. You are better than that. So you just need to start giving them some distance and a little bit more distance. And at first they're going to keep saying, hey, where'd you go? Where'd you go? Just let them know I'm busy. You don't need to explain yourself. Just tell them you're busy. That's it. Because if you let anybody know that you're working on yourself, you're giving them a leeway of knowing how to attack you, of knowing how to ridicule you, of knowing how to get your self-doubts going once again. So keep this moment hush in your life. This moment is for you, because you have been comfortable in your suffering. And now you're scared to come home to your inner self. You're scared of the quiet. You're scared of the inner noise and the voice within, that inner child saying, hey, you have been neglecting me for far too long, and we got some talking to do. So don't believe the lies that others say and tell about you. Truth will out. For somebody who is there for you and for your greater self will speak truth in that very moment. Yes, sometimes some of us laugh even though it's a painful moment, but we are also there to offer you immediate solutions. We don't just mock, laugh, and ridicule. A true friend, a true family member, a true partner will be there to offer solutions. You got each other's backs no matter what. I'm reminding you of this because you're conditioned to these toxic relationships. You want to fix somebody. You want to feel important. You want to get the A-OK that it's all right for you to start fixing yourself. You don't need this permission, my friend. It is your birthright to be happy. No. No, it is your birthright to be abundant. So don't slip into the fallen angel syndrome of wanting to help those who are broken, because only they can fix themselves. We are talking about you now fixing you. And also don't fall into the Cinderella effect. Only seeking people who need you because you need to feel needed completely all the time, because you're around so many narcissists that needed you to fix their problems because they wanted to be lazy. You're just now programmed for this. You aren't going to find your Prince Charming by constantly letting them need you. That's not a Prince Charming. That's a child. So we are now learning how to deprogram you from seeking harmful people, how to fix your hopes and dreams instead of theirs, how not to let anybody else cloud your judgment, because if they do, you now know that they need to go away. They're not for you in your life. Now you are learning to be valued by your integrity, not productivity, not love that hurts. We are now coming back to your worth, your inner self, your truth. This looks like regulating those boundaries. As I said before, if they take away from any of your personal happiness, make a list of what makes you happy. And there's only 3 on my list. And I am number 1 because I cannot show up for the others unless I feel 100%, because I need to be there. This makes boundaries for yourself to keep others from stealing your happiness. All by attention seeking through doubt seeding. And you don't want that to happen, because you are now finding your inner love, your true worth. And as you grow and start finding yourself, the universe will start to test you. It will start to bring up the old chaos to see what you have learned and applied. So always remember that the final step is applying the actions that the wisdom has given you. And this is all by owning your actions and your true emotions behind them, accepting your good, bad, and ugly, your true starting points in all aspects of life, and you're growing to your greater form from there. And this also looks like apologizing for your past behavior and deeds, because life has pushed you into a corner, and you know that there are a few things about you that you cannot live with yourself with. So you need to make amends. And you need to make sure that in the future, when life pushes you into a corner, you make the good decision this time. Because you need to live with yourself at the end of the conclusion. Because there's an end to everything. And you want to make sure that you're on the good side. This is becoming the better person in every situation. And this is also understanding that you cannot ridicule your past self for not knowing better either. Just know that you need to do your best with the given information at the time. That is the seed of greatness. Doing your best with the given information at the time. Once you know that you're doing your best in any given moment, that is your seed of greatness. Yes, I do understand sometimes you're up here, while other times your best is clear down here. That is also fine. Life understands that, hey, it's a roller coaster, darling. Gotta do the dance. But now knowing the wider truth, you can adjust your inner self accordingly to your integrity and your goals and happiness. You are now ready for the next round, my friend, so please go and watch the AAA effect linked below in the description box. And as always, I am Toby. This is Authentic We. Remember to be kind out there in your journeys, because you are loved, and have a wonderful day. UBUNTU.